Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. The plan to revitalize Sarasota's Bayfront is making tremendous headway.
The Bayfront 2020 initiative receiving a major financial commitment today. And as ABC 7's Bobeth Yates reports, that money will be instrumental in solidifying the planning process of the project. Bobeth?
Well, from a group of interested citizens to an actual planning board, the Bayfront redevelopment project is moving forward and they have the funding to prove it.
When a community comes together around a joint vision with joint guiding principles, we want to affirm that and invest in that.
Deborah Jacobs represents the Patterson Foundation, and the organization is backing up her words with a $300,000 commitment to the Bayfront 2020 initiative.
We're taking it up a level to this, creating a master plan, and it's going to cost money to create a plan. Budget's $2.5 million. So the Patterson Foundation felt, as a good citizen, we should step forward and make an immediate contribution of $100,000.
Jacobs says the remaining $200,000 will be donated in increments as the community hits its fundraising goals. But the efforts to revitalize the 42 acres of prime real estate around the Van Wezel has had a lot more progress. Officials say in the coming months, a new nonprofit planning organization will be formed. But since the property is owned by the city of Sarasota, city officials say they will play an active role in the process.
At every phase, they're going to have to achieve consent of the governed of the city of Sarasota, because we as city commissioners have a stewardship obligation for the public.
As part of their obligations, city officials took a trip to Carmel, Indiana, to learn best practices from a similar project implemented there. Commissioner Chapman says they saw some positives and negatives, and now their goal is to ensure the final Bayfront 2020 plan will work for this area.
We need to make sure that we protect that very valuable asset for the public, because it belongs to the citizens of the city of Sarasota.
The 9-member planning board, which will include a city official and representatives from area arts and cultural groups, will also have to manage environmental issues, parking, traffic, and other concerns. Obstacles Jacob is confident will all work out in the end.
For the last 3 years has put us on a solid footing of unity around a vision and guiding principles.
Now, more than 200 community meetings have been held to get residents' input on what the Bayfront should look like. Officials say the planning organization will be in charge of coming up with that plan.
Thank you, Bobeth. A takedown of the Venice house has nearby neighbors relieved. Venice police, working alongside the Sarasota Sheriff's Office SWAT team, raided a home on Bayshore Drive in Venice. They found 3 rifles, 1 pistol, and at least 1,000 rounds of ammunition. 54-year-old Ryan Hugg was arrested on multiple counts of firearm and drug possession because law enforcement also found methamphetamines among some other drugs. The neighbors told us they never knew anything was going on. They were quite surprised to see this SWAT takedown.
To be honest, didn't feel unsafe to begin with. I didn't know what was going on there that I was aware of.
We've had complaints surrounding the house and from the house, but also just some of the cases that we've been investigating.
Ryan Hugg was taken into custody on a $25,000 bond. The Sarasota Police Department has arrested 2 men after an undercover operation to find those soliciting prostitutes. These men are known as Johns. Police arrested Pablo Esteban Diaz of Sarasota and Joseph Mariotti of Cortez. Both men will be charged with solicitation of prostitution.
Let's get a check on our weather now. We got some storms building out to the east of us here along the coast. Let's get the latest with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks. We have a few isolated showers already starting to pop up near the coast now, as the outflow boundary from this area that you see right here has really jettisoned off to the west now, and then the west coast breeze met up with it, and you can see some storms now developing near Lakewood Ranch, one near I-75, some heavier weather just north of Mayaca City, and the storms aren't all that impressive in terms of severity. However, we'll start to see some action right here as we'll see more storms developing just to the east of Siesta Key here in the next half hour or so, and they'll push off to the west. Some storms developing right near the coast, near Cortez, also near Bayshore Gardens into Sarasota Bay right now. So these are fast developers, and they will be moving off to the west. We can expect other ones to be popping up here and there right along the immediate coast. Another one just within the last 10 minutes just to the east of Parrish. It takes about 20 minutes for these storms to start to generate lightning too, so keep that in mind. If you see the rain starting to develop, lightning soon to follow. 93 degrees right now. The dew point is at 73. It feels more like 100 out there. We'll have more in the forecast in just a few. Back to you.
Today in Cleveland at the Republican National Convention, Donald Trump receiving support from several of the men he defeated in the primaries. Following a grand entrance, Trump is back at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. ABC 7's Ray Collins and Alan Cohn are also there all week for the convention and join us now live with more. Gentlemen.
Scott, welcome to day 3 of this Republican National Convention, and it will be another action-packed night. There is also, Ray, some action outside, some arrests.
Yes, there is. We've got 5,000 officers here from across the country, and indeed today some activity that involved the police. We've got no specific details quite yet, but each day seems to be a little more active outside.
But we're hearing there have been some arrests, an American flag that was burned. And it's interesting because the other night when former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani talked to the delegates here, he talked about law and order and the lack thereof, especially over the last few days and few weeks in the U.S. We had a chance to speak to Mayor Giuliani earlier today, and this is what he told us.
And we have a person running for president who should be in jail. That's not partisan. I was a United States attorney and Associate Attorney General of the United States. I've prosecuted thousands of cases against very dangerous people. I never had a case that had anywhere near the amount of evidence that the case against Hillary Clinton contains.
And that is just one snippet of what we're hearing a whole lot of here in Cleveland. A lot of red meat for Republican diehards yet. And Ray, there are a lot of people experiencing this campaign who have never experienced anything like this coming to a convention.
That's true. It is the calm before the third night. This is the night that Mike Pence accepts the nomination as the running mate to Donald Trump. Outside the arena, this was a day for a lot of the folks who come here to experience more of Cleveland. They had a chance to see the football stadium. We have some video now of the football stadium, which is right next door to the Science Museum, which is also right next door, yes, to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So Cleveland is laid out very well. We talked to some folks downtown who are all enjoying their time here. The weather's been great. And we also had a chance to meet the youngest delegate in the country. She's 18 years old. Here's Kathleen Moore.
What sparked your early interest in politics?
I think it's really important for young people to get involved, and so for me, it was politics. I've always loved it. History was always my favorite class. I loved learning about the political system and the way it worked, and how the founders came up with our incredible system, and how other countries, have tried to do it, and it worked on a lot of examples of those, and so that's what it was. That's what it was.
That's what it was. 18-year-old girl from Auburn University. Her father's a state lawmaker in Alabama, so she comes by it naturally, but she's got indeed a bright future.
Terrific. And of course, a lot of Florida star power today. Pam Bondi, Marco Rubio joining the delegates by video. That's it for now. For Ray Collins, I'm Alan Cohn. Back to you.
All right, thank you both. We'll see you again at 7 o'clock. Florida delegates heard this morning from the man who helped make Bill Clinton president and now wants to defeat Hillary Clinton. Dick Morris is predicting that conventional wisdom is wrong and that Donald Trump will win the Hispanic vote in Florida.
I think Trump will carry the Hispanic vote in Florida. First of all, much of it is Cuban, which is historically Republican. And secondly, I've noticed that there's a substantial difference between those who were born abroad and those Latinos who were born here. Those who are abroad see immigration as the major issue, and that puts Trump at a disadvantage. But 3/4 of the voters were born here, of the Latino voters. And for them, education, jobs, security, and health care rank higher than immigration.
Morris was fired by President Clinton because of scandal during the 1996 Democratic National Convention. Still to come in your Suncoast News, Zika virus has already made its way to Manatee County, but it's a new case in Miami that has state health officials very concerned.
The first medical marijuana dispensary coming to Florida where patients can get this cannabis.
Local coverage of the Republican National Convention on ABC 7 News is brought to you by Stolarski Orthopedic and Age Vital Compounding Pharmacy.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah, when this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed.
Superhero. Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. ANDservices.com.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Watch ABC 7 reporting live from the RNC all this week.
Manatee County Sheriff's Office is investigating after human remains were found. Deputies say 2 mosquito control employees were in the woods behind Port Manatee checking for mosquitoes when they found skeletal remains. The Sheriff's Office was called to the scene and a death investigation is now underway.
Florida health officials are investigating what could be the first Zika infection from a mosquito in the United States. Up to this point, all of the cases were either travel-related or sexually transmitted. The new case in Miami does not appear to be either, which could make it the first case of the virus transmitted by a mosquito here in the U.S. Doctors say it's a case that should be monitored closely.
Let's just say they're traveling. They get bitten by a mosquito, they carry in the virus, now they come into this country and they get bit by another mosquito here. Then obviously that mosquito can then transmit it to other people in the region.
Just last week, Manatee County had its first confirmed case of the virus, which was travel-related. Health officials say the virus is hard to control because 80% of those infected don't have any symptoms at all.
A company in the Florida Panhandle is the first dispensary in the state authorized to sell medical marijuana. George Hackney Inc.'s nursery will be operating as Trulieve to dispense the medical cannabis. It received the authorization from the Florida Department of Health today. The dispensary announced it hopes to begin sales for low THC cannabis at its Tallahassee facility within the next few days. Trulieve will have high THC available next month.
And we'll be right back with your forecast right after this.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $174 and no down payment, just $174. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
From Cleveland to Philadelphia, political history is being made.
We didn't come this far to lose.
We can do this.
And ABC 7 is your Suncoast connection to it all, with local coverage from the Republican National Convention, bringing you live reports, interviews, and a look at the big questions facing delegates of the Suncoast. Watch ABC 7 News special reports all this week. Brought to you by Stolarski Orthopedic and Age Vital Compounding Pharmacy.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View, we've got Florida weird history, development trends, and Whole Foods in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow-smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189 and no down payment. Just $189 or 0.9% APR. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Now, this is the way to beat the heat with heat indices up near 100 to 105 degrees. Some children there, in fact, taking it easy at Pine Brook. There's Emma in the background. She's their Aunt Emma with her 3 nieces, all having fun. And there she is, chilling out. She's got plenty of sunscreen on. Believe me, I know, because I make sure of it. She was enjoying the day today. That's where to go if you want to stay cool, stay near a pool, and jump in occasionally and let that evaporative processes take over. Once you get out, kind of keeps things cooler. Here comes some rain. This is going to cool some things down, too. This is Lakewood Ranch webcam showing you some showers around now, breaking out on the outflow boundary from these heavier storms that were around earlier. And now we're starting to see that action right near the coast. It was a little delayed today, but they're out there. They're widely scattered. Not everyone's going to get the rainfall, and it's not all that impressive on the radar picture, but you can see just near Lakewood Ranch, some showers along I-75 entering into just near Terra and near Woodfield Avenue. This, again, pushing off to the west. And then some showers near Venice Center Road, getting some rainfall near the Plantation and south there near Tarpon Point. Activity near Sandy is winding down, but Honore getting some moderate rainfall just south of Hidden River and Parrish. You're starting to get some rainfall, at least some of it's starting to move in there. We can expect more of these showers to pop up here and there throughout the evening and eventually work their way to the west. They could be a little stronger once they get to the coast, but all in all, not too impressive at this point in terms of severity, but it doesn't take long for these storms to generate a lightning strike here or there, so keep that in mind. 93, the heat index at 102, that's what it feels like if you factor in the humidity, so your body has to deal with try to cool down. And as far as the high goes today, it was hot, 96 degrees, 97 the record set in 2010, and 90 is our average, 76 was the low. No rainfall yet, 2.91 inches so far for the month. That is below average. 90 degrees in Jacksonville, the same in Orlando, and 89 in Miami. Not a lot of widespread rain to cool us down quite yet, but it has in Arcadia. It's 78 degrees, and now at Sebring, it's down to 80. Beneficial showers will be moving through some neighborhoods through this evening, west of I-75, which will have a tendency to cool things down just a little bit. Atmosphere in between moisture and being a little bit on the dry side at times this afternoon. That's limiting our storms. This particular forecast model showing that line moving through and then winding down by around 9 o'clock or so. Some storms may linger out there in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll look for similar conditions again tomorrow. Showers and storms firing up along the sea breeze front. The coastal areas will get some rainfall. I think by Friday, though, a little bit better chance for some inland storms to develop and really explode there and then head back toward the coast, and those could be severe. So Friday afternoon, look for storms to be a little stronger, a little more widespread. Heavier rain and the possibility of some stronger winds moving through. The tropics remain quiet right now, and we are continuing to see the heat wave go on across the central U.S. with temperatures in the 90s all the way up to near 100 degrees in Minot, North Dakota. Late day storms tomorrow for boaters. Most of the day will be okay. Seas running less than 2 feet. Water temperature at 87 degrees. And water conditions pretty much the same right through the weekend, too. Low tide at 9:10 and sunset at 8:25. So tonight, evening storms scattered about, otherwise mostly fair after midnight. Tomorrow, look for some sunshine in the morning, strong storms in the afternoon. Scattered about again, 93 your high. The extended forecast is calling for a pretty good chance for scattered storms through the weekend. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. Less than a week after Sarasota High School's longtime principal announced his retirement, the school district has named his replacement. Northport High School principal David Jones requesting the move to Sarasota High, where he previously worked. He takes over for Jeff Radick, who resigned last week. The school district will host a community meeting in the coming weeks to get input on Jones's replacement at Northport High.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll tell you how you can come and wish Snooty a happy 68th birthday.
Tonight, after a rocky start with Melania's moment and chaos on the convention floor, is the GOP now ready to unite behind Donald Trump? The family affair continues in Cleveland. David Muir live from the convention hall. Tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
We have many traditions and characters that are dear to the Suncoast.
In the spotlight tonight, a Suncoast ambassador of Goodwill who weighs 1,200 pounds and eats almost 80 pounds of lettuce and other veggies every day. ABC 7's Linda Carson has more on who this is. Linda.
Of course, in the spotlight, Snooty the manatee. He has fans all over the world. There's even a Snooty cam on the South Florida Museum's website where you can follow his every move. And on Saturday, Snooty's having a 68th birthday bash.
You want to hear it?
Snooty is a very famous fellow.
He is in the Guinness Records as the oldest captive-born manatee, so we're very proud of him for that. And he has seen generations of changes, both in the way we pay attention to wildlife, their endangered status, and he's been just an excellent ambassador for manatees as a whole.
Snooty has never known life in the wild. He was born at the Miami Aquarium.
The mother was captured from the wild to be part of an exhibit, and we didn't know very much about manatees in those days, so they didn't realize that she was pregnant, and as a result, a couple of months down the road, they had two manatees, the one they named Lady and a much smaller one.
Snooty was the smaller one. He was 11 months old when he arrived in Bradenton in 1949, and he's been here ever since. He's been imprinted by humans, and he very much likes people. Divers spend time in his tank with him every day, and he and his trainer do 4 to 8 presentations a day.
He is very people-oriented. We know that he remembers things very well when he wants to, particularly voices. Manatees overall don't see very well, so he really depends on his hearing and the whiskers on the front of his face for touch to identify things that are close.
He loves cameras. When one comes near, he swims right over. And he prefers blonde women and bald-headed men. Marilyn says most manatees in the wild are lucky to live into double digits, but Snooty may have a lot of time left.
The oldest captive elephant, which is their nearest relatives, lived into the mid-80s, so, you know, it's very possible he could do the same.
Happy birthday, dear Snooty.
Snooty is a beloved figure in our community. That's why his birthday celebration on Saturday is such a big deal.
We're going to have wildlife education exhibitors. We're going to have fun games and activities for all the kids and families. And you'll also be able to come into the Spanish Plaza to see the underwater view of Snooty and the other manatees, to wish him a happy birthday.
The South Florida Museum held a birthday card competition for the big guy. And those birthday cards just poured in, over 100. And the winners of the competition will be announced at Snooty's Birthday Bash Saturday. Of course, it's at the South Florida Museum because he doesn't travel much. And the party is from 10 to 2. He's been there for 49 years, I think. So.
Well, I was just going to ask.
He was
11 months in your
package. He came there in 1949.
So he's been there. I was just about to ask Linda, right as her story was ending, how many Snooty birthdays have you covered? A lot.
About 20, 21. I'd like to cover many more.
Yeah, hopefully he's around.
For both of you. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 7.
ABC 7 is your local connection to the RNC, bringing you live reports from Cleveland all this week. We cover the big questions facing delegates of the Suncoast like no one else can. Watch ABC 7 News special reports.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, Eye Comfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
Dog days of summer got you down? Beat the heat with huge summer savings during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll be the coolest family on the block in your all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $27,999. Or get the lowest price ever on a new Dodge Journey, just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of Age Vital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At Age Vital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, Age Vital.